Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your day. Thank you so much again for joining me. As of the 21st, we are officially in Aquarius season. I know the sun is still in Capricorn. If you look at the night, the day sky, and you follow like Skylight and those kind of apps, it'll show you that. But as of January 21st, we are officially in the Zodiac sign of Aquarius. So that is huge. We've transitioned. This is our first sign transition of 2021. And I just think that's awesome. We're just moving right along with the year. So today, two things have happened. The moon has transitioned into Taurus, and the moon has evolved into a waxing gibbous. This has two significant meanings for us. One, with the moon as a waxing gibbous, we are to trust in the process, trust in our intentions, trust in ourselves. We have worked very hard for what we are trying to achieve. No matter if you are on this goal journey or not, whatever you're doing in life, right now is not the time to change it up. It is the time to trust in what we have put together and push forward for the next 4 days at least with just sticking to the plan. Now, again, with the moon rotating or transitioning into Taurus, what this will mean for us is that we will migrate out of the passions of Aries, out of those really hard progressive pushes forward. But as a result, we're going to be getting this really grounded and kind of like predictable and concrete. This is good for us in the sense that we're in the waxing gibbous right now, because this is going to give us like a really solid foundation to move forward. We're going to want to stick to a plan we've created. We're going to want to trust in what we have worked for. As Taurus is, the moon is in Taurus, it gives you this sense of a physical wanting to know what you're dealing with. There's no ethereal here. There is no dreaming here. You want to see it, smell it, touch it. You want to know that it exists. Well, planning is that. It may not be a literal thing that you can pick up and grab with your hand, but it is something you've done. It is something you can completely understand. It is a physical. It's kind of like bringing the mental into the physical. So there's some logic there that Taurus will help us to stick to what we understand. If something is established, like a good plan is established, you're going to want to stick to that. So this is going to help us, I believe, to be really successful with really pushing on into action our goals. So moving on into our horoscope, what I have today is a waxing gibbous spread. I've actually been following this one site. Let me see if I can find it. It's called thenumerous.com, and she does all 8 different spreads for each phase of the moon, and I really enjoy her process here. Just so you know, if you would like for me to do a series on the spreads and show you them in person and go through them slowly, like we could do them together, like I would do one and you could even follow along and do one with me, just to get used to the process of going through the cards, let me know. I don't mind doing that. I just want to know if there's any interest in something like that. So let's just move straight in to what our cards have for us. The waxing gibbous spread. Card 1 is going to be the problem. Card 2 is our expectation. Card 3 is the reality of the situation. And card 4 is guidance. Now, something to note here is that 2 and 3 are sideways. Okay, and these mean there's no positive or negative to them. I don't really do a lot of upside down cards right now because I am trying to get honestly just more decks, because I hate to push multiple sign energies into one deck over and over and over again. It causes the deck to become exhausted in my mind, and it requires a lot more purification and cleansing. So to simplify things, I am working on getting more decks, and long term, I would like to have one deck for every sign so that the only energies in that deck are yours. But just so you know, if you're doing this on your own, card 2 and 3, those are going to be, like I said, they're going to be sideways. And anytime something is sideways, in my opinion, it indicates like it is both good and bad at the same time. It's almost like net neutral. These are things that are all energies. If something is definitely vertical, is that right? Up and down, then it has the potential to be upside down, and it has the potential to have an alternate meaning. So just keep that in mind. So let's just jump right into your reading. So moving into your cards, your problem is this feeling of isolation that you're having right now. There is like a forced isolation, maybe, in a sense, because you're like trying to maybe learn something or understand something better. You have this kind of Mercurian and Virgoian, however you want to say those, energy, which is like you're very grounded in your routine. You feel very comfortable with the things that you know like the back of your hand, and that comes with communication as well. So maybe your go-to right now is to just kind of be alone. And if that's the case, then that's kind of a problem. You need to address that. And so the next card that I have is the expectation. Like the expectation from you to be successful with this situation, the trouble that you're dealing with. You know, we're mostly talking about our goals. Is another Mercury-based card. It's the Magician. This card is like options. Like this card can like do pretty much anything he wants. He holds all the elements. He holds all the signs. He's very capable, you know. So our expectation is to be capable, and that is very good. We always want to feel like we are in control, you know. So this card is about also moving forward, I guess, in a sense, and being committed. So I would say, since this is your expectation card, you are hoping to be able to move past your hiccup without really having to focus in on any one area. You just kind of are like most people. You're like, it's not like I'll ignore it and it'll go away, but like eventually this will just get better, and it will. But the next card that I have for you, let me see what that one is. Flipping it over. That is the reality card, the Star, the Daughter of Fermentation. So the reality of your situation, well, it's not that bad. It actually could be a lot worse. There's a need for personal growth for sure, and for sure renewing your faith in yourself. So while you have this desire in your mind to just kind of push on to the next level and just kind of be able to be a jack of all trades about it, the energy that I'm reading is that first and foremost, you need to learn to love yourself again, kind of is what I'm pretty much reading. Personal growth, needing to be, one with you. Your problem is the exact opposite of that card. Your first card is someone who is completely alone and vulnerable in a sense, trying to contemplate the universe kind of thing. That's not something you're publicly addressing. That's not something you're even privately addressing. That's just the reality, is that you are isolating yourself. You may feel like your long-term success is going to happen like very just passionately and easily, but really this third card has shown us that you need to work on you and loving you. So your final guidance card, it seems a little bit negative. It is the Nine of Swords. This is the Lord of Despair and Cruelty, if you just want to be blunt with the energy here. But this is not like a hope is lost kind of card. This card is about passionate communication. This is a card where you need to, it tells you, that you need to stop dwelling, you need to stop fearing, and you need to start moving forward. Just like the card of your expectation. I mean, your expectation to move forward is very accurate, but you can't do it by yourself. And that's exactly what the Nine of Swords is saying, is that you and you alone is not big enough to get past this. You need others involved in your life as well. Stop being the hermit. Stop being that problem hermit. Stop just dreaming about moving forward. You've got to start loving yourself and understanding and appreciating yourself on a deeper level, where you can then reach out to others to move past your fears and insecurities. So just to kind of wrap it up a little bit more, I did draw an oracle card for you. This is the Celtic Cross. This is actually a very beautiful card. This is a card, though, that says you got to make sure your life is about more than you, basically. Don't be so singular in your ideals and your needs that you forget that there's a lot more out there than just yourself. Even if you are in a little bit of a dark place, oftentimes helping others and reaching out to others will pull us out of that 100%. It's a little bit dark, Aquarius, not the norm for us, especially this is our first reading together in your new being that is in your sign. I know you can pull out of this. Whatever this is, you are an amazing creature, and you got this. You absolutely got this. So take care. Heed this advice. If it resonates with you, please, please, please reach out to other people. Get out of your head. And I will see you tomorrow.